recently took a look at the Thompson or the M1928 within Call of Duty World War II as the first of our Weapons of World War II series, or whatever we end up wanting to call this here, a little bit of a breakdown, a guide, and reference book for the weapons of World War II that we will be able to play around with in the beta coming up here in Call of Duty World War II in the next coming month. But this one, we're going to be taking a look at the other SMG that I had the opportunity to play with out at E3 in the middle of June. And this one's a fan favorite and definitely stacks up to some expectations some people may have for this, that being the MP40. So with that said, we're going to be breaking it down once again and then giving you guys my thoughts and opinions here on it. Would I recommend it? Is it a weapon that feels good? And is it something that, once again, maybe you can shred with in the beta and the full game upon release of Call of Duty World War II. So with all that said, let's jump right into the breakdown here, giving you guys the raw stats and numbers firstly. And as with the last one, once again, a little bit of a disclaimer, the numbers that I pulled here from this are primarily from live testing that I had from my footage out at E3. So when we ended up going out there, we didn't have all that much time to get extra added footage that we wanted. It was kind of just hop into games and then end up playing and then leave. So it was something that was quick, on the fly, and I had to make do with what I could with the live footage. But I think I got a lot of this pinpointed down to be something that is an accurate representation of the weapon attributes. Now, with the same basic rundown as what we did with the M1928 with the last episode, let's talk firstly about the rate of fire. Once again, this is something that is roughly on par with other SMGs. It's a lot slower of a fire rate than that of the Thompson, but still a very formidable fire rate at that. That coming in at a 768 RPM, and then whenever you calculate that in with the damage, it also still feels rather great in terms of how it kills. The damage is roughly anywhere from 30 to 34, because once again, calculating it out by examining a 3 to 4 shot kill, chest and head included with this. And again, a little disclaimer also with the live testing, what makes this tough is that hit markers don't individually pop up, or at least not in the E3 alpha gameplay that we had. So if you string together shots, they don't individually pop out as other titles would have that happen, and sometimes it's harder to discern a hit landed from a hit continued. So once again, right around that 30 to 34 mark is that damage, which once again is standard for an SMG. And the movement speed felt roughly right around a 1.0, and a reload speed of roughly 1.2 to top off, and a 2.5 second empty reload, which you can effectively YY at around the 1.5 second marker, which will shave about a half second or so off the time given the YY animation. Once again, numbers aside, those are all good and dandy and everything, but what does it feel like in combat? What does it feel like in game? Well, I switched this up whenever I was starting to do bad with the Thompson at some point in time during the gameplay that I had for the map you're watching now, and it was one of those things where I felt immediately more confident. I felt a little bit better about it, and it was one that I'd probably prioritize usage of this over the Thompson or the M1928 within World War II, but they're both still in their own respects great weapons at their core. But the MP40, I just felt like, once again, super agile, super versatile, and something that at range it still performed rather well, though the range is effectively less than that of different weaponry, and it's not necessarily the greatest, but for the SMGs it performed well enough. Additionally, the only downer that I think here is that I didn't end up using it more, because I only ended up getting about 2.5 minutes of game time with it from when I switched to it in the match that you're watching, and once I was trying to get more footage of different weapons throughout the different maps, because we only had 3 games to play while out at E3, it was one of those things where I kind of just pushed it to the side, and I wish I didn't, because it was a lot of fun to use, and it was one that definitely is a great choice and is an all-around awesome weapon. I think that it's one of those ones that the MP40 was a fan favorite in the past and was something that was, of course, a great weapon, not only because of that, but it was a great weapon regardless. I think it's going to be one of those scenarios once again within Call of Duty World War II. Now, whether or not it manages to be overpowered like we've seen in, say, maybe World at War, that's something that I've yet to be able to give a solid answer on, but it is something that I definitely will expect a lot of people to be running around with this in the beta come the end of August. Recommendation-wise, should you give this a go, I definitely think it is a weapon that you should give at least a try, and I think that you'll end up coming to fall in love with it rather shortly. So, that said, that's gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Once again, short little look in at the weapons of Call of Duty World War II, the MP40 with this one, and it's one that, once again, a weapon I wish I would have used more, but sadly I did not, and now I'm just craving the chance to get back on it with the beta in just under a month. But nonetheless, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of what you've seen so far with the MP40? Do you think it's something that will be overpowered? Do you think it'll be something that'll be just a rather good weapon, or do you think it sucks? Whatever it may be, feel free to drop it down there in the comment section down below. But that's where we're gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, make sure to drop a like down below, and of course if you guys are new to the channel as well, make Make sure you guys subscribe to stay up to date with everything we have here regarding Call of Duty World War II, both multiplayer and zombies. That's something that we're going to be ramping up the World War II content here as the beta draws nearer. And if you guys are also interested in Black Ops 3, both multiplayer and zombies there as well, Modern Warfare Mastered, Infinite Warfare, all that good stuff, we got you covered here up on the channel. And finally, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that is the best place to get connected with me outside of YouTube. Practically live on Twitter, so if you guys want to check out a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, link is down there in the description below. But all that said and out of the way, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care, and peace.